Hello everyone, welcome back to Black Moon Coven. So today's video, obviously, we're going to be talking about newbie questions, and this is the third video I've done on this. Awesome job guys getting me the questions that I need for these videos. So we're going to just jump right in just like the last video because there's a lot to cover. The first question is, where can I get cheap tools and crystals and jewelry, etc.? So obviously, the best and the cheapest tools are right outside your front door. They're in nature. Go take a walk, go to the woods, go to the park, find your tools and make your own. If you are not super crafty, there's definitely other ways that you can go about it. Etsy is a great way to kind of get tools that you need for witchcraft. There are some great prices on there. Amazon, if you have the Wish app as well, you can get some things on there. I don't necessarily recommend you get crystals. I did buy a couple of crystals on there and I was pretty disappointed with what I got. However, you could get small crystals on there. Great jewelry, I find. I got these off of Wish, so really great jewelry. Crystals, you could get small crystals on there, and you could actually get books on Wish too. So, you know, look up for little resources around the area. There is Amazon, eBay. There's a whole bunch of different websites too. I recommend 13moons.com. It's a really great website. My Etsy store is great too if you want some herbs or crystals or anything like that. I recently got into some wand making and I'm going to be having some bone items as well. So just a little advertisement there. So the next question is, what are some basic do and don'ts for beginners? So this is a very big, broad question. And what I would say is just some basic don'ts for witchcraft is don't let others influence you, no matter how much. No matter how much experience they have or how much they've been in the craft, don't let them influence you in any way. You are your own witch and you're going to do things differently. Not everyone is the same. And if you would be in the same group, the same category, then you would be in a coven and you would be in some ceremonial type of group. However, you are not. If you are, that's cool, but if you are not, you're your own witch. So don't let others influence you and don't follow everything to the book exactly, because then you're going to kind of lose yourself. Also, be in witchcraft for the right reason. So if you joined witchcraft just because everyone's kind of doing it right now, I've seen that witchcraft is becoming really popular with, you know, media and everything else. So just make sure that you are doing it for the right reasons. Some do's in witchcraft is definitely trust your instincts, trust that you are going to grow and discover yourself, and yeah, just have fun with it, but also take it as a serious practice, take it as a lifestyle, take it as a really serious decision to get into witchcraft. So, some next questions. Okay, this is another really big one. How to attempt spiritual communication. So, this is another open-ended question type of thing, because every witch will have their own type of way to get into spirit work and spiritual communication. I do have a book right here that I recommended in the last video, Folk Witchcraft. If you are into or want to do spirit work of any kind, this is a great book for that. So folk spirit work is a little bit different from traditional witch spirit work. You know, I'm not going to get too deep into it, but we don't use spirits for our own purpose type of thing. We build a relationship and then ask for favors sort of thing. So it's like we're friends with the spirit. So definitely pick up yourself a copy of this. It's Folk Witchcraft by Roger J. Horn. Oh my god, I said Robert in the last video. Roger J. Horn. So that is the book that you want to get. So how to attempt spiritual communication? First of all, be prepared. So definitely pull up your wards. Definitely be protected. And just know that if it does ever get too scary or anything, that you are in control. However, spiritual communication, that's the easy part. What the hard part is to actually prepare for it is to actually study all of the things that need to be studied. And the other hard part is definitely the patience and determination, because sometimes spirits just don't come. I mean, they have their own things going on, so they're just not going to be summoned on demand unless you have that bond and relationship. But I would definitely use a pendulum. Pendulums are great for newbie witches, beginners in divination and spiritual contact. I use a pendulum quite often because it gives me great results, and I don't have to do all this preparedness like with the spirit board or with the tarot or anything else. The pendulum, bam, there it is, and you're gonna get your answers. So we are going to actually get into spirit work more next month. I don't want to say what I have planned, but we are going to kind of get into spirit work some more next month. So, next question. What do I do with spell remains? That is a great question, and I'm meaning to cover that in a video. So, spell remains. I do a lot of spells. I even do deity offerings to Baba Yaga. What do I do with the remains? I mean, obviously I'm not going to throw them away. They have a charged magical energy to them. So if there are any incense I'm burning or anything, I keep the ashes of the incense and I use them in powders. I use them in other spells just to kind of power that up. However, if it's like herbs and candle remains, I will put them in a brown paper bag and I let them acquire a little bit over time. So right now I'm looking at a paper bag right in the corner where I have 4 or 5 different spells that I'm just putting that in the paper bag for storage until I can get to the woods, and then I will bury that. So it depends on the spell work as well. So if it's really positive, I like to keep the spell remains around, and then I will go and bury them into the earth for manifestation purposes. However, if the spell is negative, curses, hexes, jinxes, banishment, anything like that, I have other means of disposal. So you can either flush your remains, you can throw it in the garbage. There are different things that you can do. You could throw it in the river and stuff like that. Just don't want to keep it around, so I get rid of it as soon as I possibly can. So that is like the short version. I'm going to do a video about that too. So the next question is, what are some uses for rainwater? Excellent question. So rainwater, I really associate rain and rainwater with kind of a transitional type of energy, with washing it away. So you can use it for like any, cleansing, anything like that. Cleansing, maybe even banishment, kind of, sort of. You could use it for like getting people away or washing away. You could, like I said, cleansing is a great way to do that. However, if it's storm water or rainwater, there's a difference. Storm water is when it's like raining and thundering and lightning outside, it's a storm. And that you can use for, just powering up your spells, energizing them, getting that rage in there. You can use it for curses, you could use it for defense, you could use it it packs a punch, Rainwater is more gentle. You could use it for dream work. You could use it for potions if it's drinkable. You can use it for glamours. You can use it for different things. Rainwater is great, again, for cleansing and kind of washing away. Or use it in your bath if you want, if it's safe. So the next question is basic beginner start. How do you start? So if you are watching this and this is your very first day in witchcraft, what I would do and what I would say is study, research, and practice. So, research first, definitely, because you're going to be researching a lot of topics and things like that. So pick a topic, research it. Think about things that inspired you to become a witch. So if it's crystals, if it's herbs, if it's whatever it is, research that topic, study it. Pick one topic for now because it's going to get overwhelming really, really quickly. So research that topic, study it to its fullest or as much as you can, and then apply it into practice. So if, say, you are studying herbology, so you're going to research different herbs, different things that you can get, some basic herbs, and then you're going to research that, then you're going to study these herbs, their associations, how they're used in magic, how can you acquire them, are they safe, all that stuff, and then practice. You could either buy the herbs and practice them in spell work, you could make teas, you could do different things. You could make sachets, you can store herbs, you can make oils or salves. So it's just all about applying it into your practice. So if you are very, 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 very much a beginner, study first. Study, research, practice, okay? And that's basically it. You just have to research. Witchcraft comes with a lot of studying and a lot of research. It's not an overnight process. No one becomes a witch in a day. Seriously, you could light a candle and call yourself a witch, but until you have the knowledge and experience to back that up, then you're not going to be able to accomplish anything. You need to research, study, practice all the time, always. And it's going to be a thing for the rest of your life. If you are a witch for the rest of your life, research is going to be a part of your craft for a long time. It still is in my craft every single day. I research things every single day. So the next question and the last question is the full moon. What do we do on the full moon? Well, this full moon is actually interesting. It's the harvest moon, and it's on a Friday the 13th. How spooky and awesome is that? So I get a lot of questions about, well, the full moon is coming, what spell should I do? And the full moon is kind of an open-ended question. It's kind of an open-ended scenario. So whatever spell work you want. The full moon, think of it as a battery, right? The full moon means that the battery is fully charged. So you could use the moon as a really great power source for any type of spell work that you want to do. So what I like to do is ask myself before the full moon, what do I need in my life right now? Do I need to manifest things? Do I need to banish things away? Do I need to do any spiritual communication, divination, anything like that? And that's how I go about it. Now, do you have to do something for the full moon? You definitely do not. Don't think it's totally necessary. Don't think that you, if you miss a full moon, that you're not a witch. I've seen this fear a lot, and that's definitely not true. There has been times where I haven't done anything for the full moon because I was tired, you know? I put a couple crystals out there and that's it. Because sometimes you're just too tired to do anything, and that doesn't mean that you are any less of a witch if you miss a full moon. So that is it for video number 3 of Newbie Questions. Please, if you have any other questions that haven't been answered in any of these 3 videos, put them down below here on my YouTube channel or in Pagan and Witches Amino. So, until next time, join the coven and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Follow me on all of my social media down below. And until next time, have a beautiful rest of your day.